buttons to ensure we give you the best show possible. By the way, it says buttons. When I read it, I thought he's pushing our bottoms to ensure we get you the best show buttons possible. To ensure we give you
See,
the
the
best show
training has
possible.
commenced
By the way,
already.
it says buttons.
He's
When I read it,
he's
I thought
kicking
he's
our
pushing our
bottoms.
bottoms to ensure
There
we
you go.
get you the
We
best
do.
show
We have plenty
possible.
of
To ensure we
So
give
let's
you the
get
best show
rocking has
possible.
commenced
By the way,
already.
it says
Oh,
buttons.
he's
When I
kicking.
read it,
He's
I thought
kicking
he's
our
pushing our
bottoms.
bottoms
Thank you.
to ensure
And
we
thank you
We
goes
get you the
out
best
to
show possible. To
Roxanne
ensure we give
So
you
let's
for
the
the
get
best
great
show
rocking has
review
possible.
commenced
By
and
the way,
shout
already.
it
out
says
about our
buttons.
news and
He's
When
update
I
kicking.
read
show
it,
on
I thought
Kicking.
Facebook last week. She said that Mark's news and update show has become one of her favorite events in AltSpace VR. Aha, yay.
Yes, and she also credits the great work of our volunteer team that scans the metaverse for news on AltSpace VR activities, world building events, and information on the community and the metaverse to keep you all updated and entertained.
Now we just need to check in to make sure that we are being as good as Roxanne said. So, Mark, are the audio issues with YouTube fixed? Yep. Okay, I got a thumbs up. We can keep rocking. All right. Thank you, Roxanne, for all your kind words. Even with technology, we do our best for you and our community, and we so appreciate the love on social media. And so, thank you from all of us.
Yes.
FanCon
FanCon
XR
XR is
is
making the
making
news
the
around the
news.
world.
Oh, I think you're echoing there.
What?
There's
What?
two of me. There's two of me. I can't, it's bad enough to listen to one of me. No comment, Rich. But two of me.
Were both of you trying to do the same thing? Okay. Have it. All right,
Oh,
Marcia.
oh, that was Marcia. I am so
It
sorry.
was
I
all
apologize.
Marcia. Marcia, it's all you.
Oh,
Talk to us about FanCon.
I'm the
You
purple
both were
one, right?
reading. You're
Yes,
the purple
I'm
one,
so
yes.
sorry. My
Oh
apologies.
my God. All right. So for those of you who have no idea what's going on, we have color coded our script. And so Karen and I are used to being our two colors, and now
I'm
we have a
sorry.
third
My
color. Oh my
apologies.
God.
And it's,
All right.
we're
So for
still
those
in
of you who have
training
no
as
idea
well.
what's going on, all right, Marcia, tell us about
Okay.
FanCon.
FanCon XR is making the news around the world for their conference today in ASVR, AltSpace VR. The event is produced by Black Rock Creative, the folks behind Burning Man. We ducked in for a quick wander and were impressed by the spaces and fun experiences for all.
Now, at last check, there were over 300 people RSVP'd, but they expect hundreds more through their reservation process. The event is sponsored and hosted by some of the top comic book companies and entertainment franchises, and we are thrilled that they've opened up part of the event to the public. It's still on, and there are multiple worlds, so check it out after our show.
That's right. Allspace VR has highlighted in the Guardian newspaper this week in their business section as one of 5 ways technology can attract and retain skilled employees. The article cited Accenture and other companies using AltSpace VR and other metaverse platforms for training and collaboration. Accenture has invested over 60,000 Oculus Quest 2 headsets, 60,000, to deliver to thousands of employees for much of their in-house and remote workforce.
The article says that when AI and VR truly meet, the metaverse will be a game changer in the workforce and business practices. Microsoft's commitment to AltSpace VR and integrating VR into Microsoft Teams appears to be part of their business commitment.
Black Metaverse LLC has announced this month to prepare Black America and African diaspora. Diaspora. See, I can't read. For tech careers in the future, and it is thriving in AltSpace VR. Founded in 2021 by Stefan Youngblood, they are offering conferences, boot camps, and educational experiences to bring a faith-based movement for Black members to prepare them for the future.
The North Carolina Research Triangle based group launched its first meta church this past spring here in AltSpace VR, one of their earliest projects, and was featured on the U.S. morning TV show, The Today Show.
La segunda vara de familia y sucesores, EO segunda Judiciario Centro de Solução de Conflitos de Anápolis is in the metaverse. Aline Vieira Tomas is the magistrate in the Brazilian justice system, and she is an AltSpace VR fan. She decided to create a virtual private space in AltSpace VR for lawyers and judges to meet and promote projects and activities in the metaverse. I speak Spanish, but not Portuguese, so I had to practice.
You
that a
did
couple
great.
times.
You did
It was
great.
over my head.
It was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was beautiful, Karen. Give her hearts for that. They're
Mhm.
working on hearings with holograms, as they call it, to prepare the judges and lawyers for a time when court will be metaverse. It's a great experiment, and we're eager to learn more about this project.
The McDonald's store in AltSpace VR was back in the news recently as Forbes reported the impact of McDonald's influence in the metaverse. McDonald's is working on technology that will allow AltSpace VR users to order virtual goods for avatars like clothing and furnishings, but also order food for home delivery. You know, that's nice, but how about an alternative healthy restaurant in the metaverse?
Amen. Seriously, can I get some veggies to go? There were several experiments with this during the pandemic here in AltSpace VR, including the quite successful local robot delivery service. You ordered your food here in AltSpace VR, and it would be delivered to your door by robot. It was only in a small area of I can't even remember the city it did, but it was awesome. I loved it.
Oh, I wish we'd get that here. That's so cool.
It was
This
here.
week,
It was
No, I
developed
mean-
here in AltSpace.
I mean,
Oh, I
where
want it
I
now.
live so that
Oh,
the
yes.
robots could,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know. Me too.
Me
This
too.
week, I know there's so much new tech coming down the line, and you know, and it's all kind of merging together now, which is really cool.
Mhm.
This week, it was announced that ARC Group and Singapore based NCS now have a partnership with Singtel in Australia with the goal of creating new tech jobs in the country. To celebrate, they hosted a special event in the Loom in Melbourne with a multi-sensory immersive experience combining AltSpace's holoportation system and other XR special effects to mix real world and metaverse. The private event was attended by hundreds in the real world and in AltSpace VR.
Well, we are the real world, aren't we?
Oh, yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Absolutely.
An orange store has opened in AltSpace VR. Not the fruit, but the international telecom company. Orange opened up their store in AltSpace VR to provide information and demonstrations, but also an auditorium as part of their new entertainment platform. They will host live events such as workshops, player signings, screenings, talks, presentations, and more. For for Orange customers, and hopefully for all the public.
Also, earlier this month, Center Stage, the Asian fashion event based in Hong Kong, was also hosted in AltSpace VR, featuring more than 230 brands and designers from 15 countries and regions. The seventh edition of the Center Stage event focused on authentic self expression and bold imagination in beauty and aesthetics in fashion.
Whoa. Top stars and designers look to the real world and the virtual stages for this private event developed by AltSpace VR's event team and a Hong Kong-based software company called Miriam. Visitors could dress up their avatars and attend a wide range of seminars on fashion, technology throughout the conference.
Fourth annual Daytime Beauty Awards were held here in AltSpace that included live streams from the live event in Los Angeles. The award show recognizes the science behind beauty products and professionals. The private event was hosted in the NFT Oasis Island and was attended by hundreds.
Wow, even though the pandemic is slowing down and life is returning to normal, so they say, more and more conferences felt the power of social VR and continue to support events here in this in this wonderland of wonderful.
Harlem Filmhouse Meta Filmworks is offering a student program on filmmaking in the metaverse. The information and details are listed in our news and updates Discord if you're interested in exploring filmmaking in Altspace VR and in the metaverse.
Microsoft is rolling out the first major update to Windows 11 over the next month. This update includes a video editor, new customization options for the start menu, and access to more Android apps that run right in Windows.
Whoa. For those of you filming in Altspace VR, this free built-in video editor based on Microsoft's acquisition of ChipChamp will make editing your videos faster and easier. The free version allows you to rotate, trim, apply filters, and use stock images and video to generate exports without watermarks.
Microsoft is also updating the Task Manager. Now, for those of us, me in particular too, who love to maximize every ounce of power out of our computers and CPU while in tethered PCVR, the new Task Manager looks like it will make it easier to end apps that consume the CPU and GPU and limit how many resources can be processed in the background at any specific time. This has needed updating for years.
Wow, yes.
Oh.
The feature that currently works with the webcams allows newer computers with the artificial intelligence chips on board to have noise filtering to remove background noises on voice calls. Boy, would we love to see that Microsoft would incorporate that into audio filter effects in Altspace VR.
Oh,
Yes.
indeed. Yes,
Oh,
indeed.
that'd be wonderful. Live captions will also be possible now for audio and video apps. And we're excited to test that out in Altspace VR when it's available through a right-click access. Not sure it will work, but we can dream. Microsoft has also improved voice recognition and narration to control your PC. Ancient I Won't Say has an app to control his computer by voice, and we are all jealous of that.
Yes,
Boy,
we
are
are.
we. Yes. That update should be rolling out soon. So, Windows users, check your updates.
Now, on to the fun stuff where we bring you the slightly off topic, bizarre, strange, and wow stuff we hope you enjoy.
We hope. Remember? Do you remember in Star Trek the doctors would hold a small salt shaker sized device over a creature or a person's body and it would provide information about their innards?
Honestly, it was a salt shaker, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Really? Wow. Okay, well, engineers, listen to this. This is really cool. Engineers at MIT have created a similar device that is about the size of a postage stamp. Like an ultrasound, it scans the inside of the body to allow continuous imaging of the organ's functions for up to 48 hours as wearable technology.
Oh, wow. I don't know how cool that is, but I think it's pretty cool. But they're going to find out how much I have to go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, that'll be part of it.
Well, the way it works is they put this sensor wrapped in hydrogel on various parts of the body, and it produces clear 3D images of our internal organs and major blood vessels. Test subjects walked around, biked, sat, lifted weights, and went about their day-to-day activities normally.
This could seriously change so many ways that doctors have to detect cancers and digestion and heart
Yes.
issues and bathroom issues, obviously, and so much more.
Absolutely, Lorel. And this is so exciting. I mean, right
Yes.
now they're working on the wireless version, and this device could do away with so many invasive tests that people hate and sometimes stay away from the doctor because of it. It also
Mhm.
requires little or no training to put the scanning chips on the body, other than instruction on placement. Interpretation of the data, of course, will require medical expertise, but hopefully this will be affordable and available for people to use at home and the information go right to the doctors. This is so exciting.
Wow, it really
it's
is.
Star
Can you
Trek. It's
imagine?
Star
I
Trek,
just,
man.
yeah,
Yeah.
the real thing coming true.
Yes.
Yes.
Now we swing from the latest futurist technology to historical technology, technology that changed the world.
The IEEE Foundation newspaper Spectrum announced this past week that this is the day the U.S. TV industry has died.
TV's dead? What
Uh,
happened?
the day the music died. No, the day
You
the
got
TV
it.
died.
Same thing.
Well, yeah. According to their article, the sole surviving U.S. manufacturer of television receivers, a leading innovator in screen and cathode ray technology, Zenith Electronics, is closing down its television manufacturing factories, putting their energy into other technologies, including digital screens and PC computer technology.
Oh, we grew up on television.
Yeah, you did. I remember when my parents talked about when television entered their lives. As children, they grew up with the radio, and then television turned radio into pictures. It brought news, wars, soap operas, and Lucille Ball into their living room.
Yay, Lucille Ball.
I like to eat chocolate like she does. It also created a whole industry. Well, it also created a whole industry and market to support couch potatoes, like TV dinners and fast food,
Yes.
and TV trays, and bigger and wider couches for the potatoes.
Yeah, it
Potato
makes me
people.
wonder what that makes me also ponder what kind of industries are going to grow up around VR.
Oh,
anyway,
already
Yeah.
You
started.
know,
Mhm.
with TV, we watched history being made around the world. We watched man walk on the moon. We watched presidents assassinated. We watched US presidents and world leaders resign and abdicate. And we laughed, we cried, and we lived vicariously with others around the world.
We sure did. Many, many, many good and bad times. TV
Mhm.
taught us with shows like, believe it or not, Sesame Street.
Mhm.
And it made the whole world a little smaller as we learned about other cultures and regions and religions around the world, right from our own living rooms.
I remember an interview a few years ago with a famous actor and director and comedian, Jerry Lewis. He was talking to longtime TV host Larry King about how he would never say TV. He'd only use the word television. He said television was like magic. It was a global democratizer, opening up the world of imagination and reality to everyone. So he had respect for that word.
Boy, that sounds like VR and virtual reality, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Oh
It
boy,
does.
does it.
Oh.
Wonder what he
Zenith
would have called us.
I don't know.
Fools, be clear.
Laurel, speak for yourself there.
Okay. I usually do.
Oh, that's all right. I'm in that category too. So Zenith began in 1918 by manufacturing radio receivers. It sold its first black and white television in 1948 and
Wow.
one time claimed almost a quarter of the television market in the United States. Their engineers helped create the first color TV, filing the patent in 1951, receiving it in 1957, and becoming one of the best sellers of color TVs. Remember Chromacolor?
Oh, yeah.
Chromacolor. Chromacolor. Zenith's
Yeah.
Chromacolor tube improvised and improved resolution and contrast, making the television image become even closer to emulating the human eye. They
Mm.
were innovators in sound as well.
Zenith was the first with a wireless remote control, so you could stay on your couch and change the channels. That I remember. That was exciting, man.
That's
It was
good
like
for the couch
magic.
potatoes.
It was good for
Yeah.
couch potatoes. Got to feed the couch potatoes, and the remote helped us become that. I hate it. My dad would say, "Get up and change the channel. I'm going to change the channel yourself." And then, of course, that would be a You know, that would be for it would be. I learned about the theory of energy in that equal and opposite reactions. Anyway, that technology lasted for about 20 years before it was replaced with infrared remote controls.
Infrared. Well,
Mhm.
like I said, that helped the couch potatoes even more. I mean,
Mhm.
not everybody had a dad that said, "Get up and go turn the channel yourself." Experts say that television market began to degrade in the 1980s with growing computer industry, and by the turn of a century, internet file sharing, then streaming, were gaining ground. Today we watch on our computers, tablets, and phones more than on big screens, bringing your visual entertainment with us with VR and AR technology too. So we're always on the couch or in a chair.
Or walking down the street.
Oh, good
So
God.
I actually do that. I'm not going to say that. Anyway, for many of us, we are of an age. I do. We are of an age to remember television. So join us as we say a fond farewell to the televisions of the past. May you rest in peace. All right,
So
now on for world building.
yes, ma'am. Here we go.
Woo!
All right.
So we want to remind world builders that some MREs may be changing from the Heroku server to a different server host for their MREs due to the price changes at Heroku. If they change, the link to the MRE will also change. If your world is dependent upon an MRE, contact the world builder to ensure the link will either remain the same or change.
Now, have you Blender users played around with Blender's new geometry nodes? Come on. How many of you mess with the geometry nodes? They are so freaking cool. Well, recent updates are definitely changing the world building game for creative builders. There are new nodes and new effects coming with almost every update. And the nodes help you create even more detailed objects and effects. There are also amazing add-ons that support the geometry nodes for Blender.
Check out GeoNode's new features for filling a volume with points to be used to make instant objects. We've shared the details in our new world building news channel on our news and updates Discord for you to snack on. I mean, you got to go, everybody needs a snack, right? Now and then.
Yes, absolutely. Especially, yes.
Especially
when it comes to world
technology
building
snacks.
Yes.
Yep.
True. So we found the information on Blender Nation, a leading online magazine to bring you the latest news about Blender. If you're using Blender, check out Blender Nation for the latest news and amazing innovations builders and creators are showcasing.
Well, Blender's BCon conference is scheduled for October 27th through the 29th in Amsterdam. And the schedule of speakers and events for the first real world event in 2 years is out. We've shared the details of the more than 80 presenters and sessions in what they are claiming is the largest Blender event ever. If you are intending on attending the conference, we would love to have you help us report from there. So come talk to us after the show so you can be a live reporter.
Oh, we'd love that. Wouldn't that be
Oh,
fun?
Oh, wouldn't that be
yes,
wonderful?
it would. That'd be awesome.
All right.
So
Now,
world-
yeah, just. Oh no, I was going to say I'm really excited to learn more about what's going to be happening with Blender, and there's going to be some great announcements at the conference. So stay tuned.
Yes, I'm anxious to hear too. So, world builders, get ready. The educator and VR world building team and Altspace VR community world builders are getting ready to dazzle all with the upcoming Halloween Fright Night and World Maze annual event. Ooh, in October. Oh my gosh, that was
She's
awesome!
going to be so ready, so ready for that. I love that.
Me too.
Yes.
Anyway, I lost my Okay, so the team will be announcing the form for world builders to submit their worlds for the community-wide tour events next Wednesday and discussing how it will all work. So don't miss Wednesday's world building event.
I so need to have that app or whatever you're using. Okay, I'm sorry. I got tears running down my eyes. I'm just trying hard not to choke and laugh here. That is beautiful.
Do it again, Mark.
Oh,
Again.
that
What's
that wasn't Mark. That wasn't Mark.
It's
It was
me.
Marsha.
Oh, that was
It
Marsha.
was Marsha.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was. Oh, oh, I loved it. Ooh.
Oh, we're going to have so much fun with this. Trust me. Part of the fun of this is the volunteers who do our scarers too. The world builders are great, but we need lots of scarers too, and we're going to have Marsha teach a class on it. All right, December is our annual community holiday storytelling and world tours event. If you wish to participate in any of these AltSpace VR community activities, please let us know. We want this year to be better than all the other years, and trust me, that is a high bar to move off of. Yay.
You folks out there just don't know how high a bar it is.
Yeah, that's right.
When you got these folks involved, it's crazy. We
Mhm.
remind you every week to share your original creativity through world building and event hosting. We do this because we want to celebrate your unique talents and skills, not to bring us rehashed old television game shows and such. We want you to celebrate your creative spirit so you can create your own. Be you, don't copy.
Amen.
Okay, folks, it's time now to talk tech and hardware. And we
Oh,
got a
boy.
lot to say today about the Pico 4. So the Pico 4 headset was officially announced this week. So let's dive right in on the details of this game-changing headset.
The Pico 4 is a single headset that is two headsets in one, so to speak. There is the consumer version, which will be the most common usage, and with a subscription, it will expand to include enterprise and corporate features and apps.
Now, as reported, the next generation headset uses pancake optics with 6 DOF and HyperSense broadband motors to allow
It's
a
DOF.
wider range. No, it's DOF.
Okay.
It's DOF. That was phonetic spelling there. DOF. And HyperSense broadband motors to allow a wider range of movement in the virtual environment. The headset is smaller and lighter than current headsets. It's also thinner and lighter than the Quest 2. The small size allows you to fit it easily into a backpack or a medium purse to take with you. Although we're sure carrying cases are going to be available soon.
Yes, I'm sure
Where
very
they make their
soon.
money. Mhm.
Yep. So
Peripherals.
it also features a 90 hertz refresh rate by default and 1200 ppi display. We love the flexible adjusting IPD as well as the adjustable straps and superskin cushion lining made of material reported to have the unique ability to keep you cool and dry as you chop up squares or hunt monsters.
The Pico 4 features a large 5,300 milliamp ampere hours battery, which is estimated to deliver up to 3 hours of gameplay, but likely to be more with something like AltSpace VR. The battery is the latest generation of quick charge QC 3.0, so it's going to charge up super fast.
Wow. Pico
Oh.
also managed to get the headset officially rated for the TUV Rhineland Blue Light certification. Everybody say that 3 times fast.
Oh no, thank you.
Two Rhineland blue light
TUV Rhineland
certification.
Blue
That's a
Light
lot. Yes,
certification.
it's the two.
The
yeah,
maximum
two.
eye comfort and protection that allows for adjustment between blue and red light. This means less eye fatigue and visual image quality. It is also ergonomically friendly for eyeglass wearers.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay!
The Pico 4 controllers feature a one-piece rotating arc column with a variety of sensors for tracking and haptic responses. It's also supposed to have an improved grip for less dropping. So you're not throwing your controllers clear across the room and
I do.
breaking vases and everything.
Uh-huh.
It-
Guilty.
yeah, it also features hand and some body tracking.
Now, combined with the data privacy protections that are not found in the Quest 2, the technology in this headset makes it very appealing. But what can it do?
Hmm.
Marcia?
I'm wondering what it can do. I'm sitting here thinking about it. Hundreds of apps are already ported over to Pico, including The Walking Dead, Peaky Blinders, Real VR Fishing, and others. The Pico Fitness app is designed specifically for the Pico headset. It includes a wide range of fitness programs and accessories to buy to support them. Remember, you have to buy the accessories. Ha ha ha. Working out with the whole body. Boy, do I need that.
It will also support video. And of course, TikTok is the company ByteDance owns both. They're also offering a video library and a partnership with the music site Wave to stream live events. They're also working with the edutainment company Discovery to offer their content and add exclusive 260 sports
Oh,
content
It's
soon.
three.
You know,
It's
that
360
now.
degrees. Sorry, I mistyped.
Oh.
360 degree. If you got 260, that would work too. Mhm.
It'll get you partly there.
Mhm. Now, as for social VR, the announcement stated that Altspace VR, Rec Room, Decentraland, VR Chat, Neos, and others will have access early next year. Because Pico isn't doing that. The hardware, the platforms need to do it, and they're working on it. But Pico is working on Pico Worlds, a challenger to Horizon Worlds.
The Pico 4 will be available for 379 British pounds, about 425 euros, by November. It is currently available as a pre order. It will then extend to the general public in Europe, including availability through Amazon, Best Buy, and other computer and digital stores online and in the physical world by October 18th. Korea, Japan, and Malaysia will be added likely in November, and it will also likely be available in the United States before Christmas at about $400.
That's good. We
Mhm.
mentioned that the Pico 4 will also support corporate and enterprise with a subscription. Our reporters have been told that the consumer headset may be easily updated to support the enterprise apps that include mobile device management for managing multiple headsets remotely and locally, enterprise productivity and business apps, and so many more. The user will simply upgrade to the Pro account.
However, Pico will also be launching their Pico 4 Pro variant headset specifically for businesses that includes eye and face tracking, auto IPD adjusting, and more. Pico claims the internal cameras will be able to use 52 points for face tracking to record facial expressions that may be transferred to future avatars. That is awesome.
Oh, I hope
Mhm.
they don't see my facial expression right now. Okay, the Pico 4 price has not been announced, but it is rumored to be about $100 to $200 higher than the Pico 4. We can't wait. Can any
Mhm.
of you?
Oh, this is so exciting. Hello, all of
It
you
is
over in the
exciting.
lobby. Come on over and join us. There's plenty of seats open. We love it. Now, in other headset news, Quest is working hard to compete with this new competitor in the marketplace. They've announced that they are finally improving the shaky video recording with a brand new update. Stabilization has been added with the option to manually adjust it and the ability to record 16 to 9 or 9 to 16 TikTok format videos as well as the square ones. All that's being
This
updated through software. It's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
it is.
It's I have always maintained that this competition is good for the consumer. So it's putting pressure
Mhm.
on Oculus, on Meta
Oh,
right now,
yes, it
which is
is.
great. So this option that Laurel was talking about was only available previously in third-party software, and Meta is bringing it into its core. Reviewers admit it isn't perfect, but it does improve things. You may access it through the system camera to set the filming options.
This update also includes new features in the parental controls, app lock, and other improvements. The update should be rolling out over the next few weeks. Stay tuned.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Meta has also announced full body tracking. I cannot wait. In its future Quest
Yay!
headsets using Quest Sim and AI motion detection. The AI tech works with the hand tracking and future body tracking to bring full body tracking. The AI technology will estimate and predict what the rest of the body is doing and interpret that into games and apps in the headset. That is going to just be awesome. So, everybody, all of us who are sitting down during VR, we got to stand up and use our bodies.
They're going to see you all sitting there as a couch potato.
Yeah,
Exactly.
We don't want that.
So the technology and the research behind this is really fascinating. Check out the article on this in our news and updates Discord for more information.
Awesome news. So let's explore now some news from in and around the metaverse. News you need to know as it impacts many of us.
In an article on the popular business magazine Protocol, the columnist Brain Trust invited business leaders to comment on how the metaverse could improve most. In the next year, that is also our discussion topic in the next
Are we,
year.
ha-
That is
are we having
also
our
our discussion topic this week.
are we having our discussion topic this week?
Yes,
or
I'm
next
having
year?
period
Are you-
problems. I mean, comma problems. We thought we'd inspire you with their input, so this is their input.
Yeah. So we'll be talking about this near the end of the show in just a few minutes.
Yes, we will.
Most of the business leaders. Oh my gosh, it's contagious.
See?
Rewind. This is going to end up on the blooper. We got the blooper reels. I just see it's getting longer and longer. Most of the business leaders said that the possibilities are endless and extraordinary because anything is possible in XR. Well, we know that, but the technology continues to hold us back. And we know that. So everyone is looking forward to tech improvements in VR and AR devices. Many are expecting a global rollout of AR devices next year. That would be cool.
All right, let's see if I can read this without
Setting yourself up.
messing up on a word. Okay. So
Oh my
digital
God.
twins, the duplication of real world environments in VR, continue to be popular and is called a business transformation as businesses continue to enter into the metaverse. The challenge is how to convert real world experiences into VR experiences.
We say we don't. I like that. Make VR experiences better and different from real world experiences. Who's in favor? Come on. Let me know who's in
You
favor.
bet.
Yes,
Hallelujah.
yes,
Hallelujah.
Seriously,
Hallelujah.
I want better. I don't
Better,
want
better,
same.
better.
I can get
The
it in the
big-
real world. I want it different. You know, I don't want to
Yep.
walk into a McDonald's in the metaverse and have it look like a McDonald's in the metaverse. I want it to
Yeah.
be a fantasy
I
McDonald's.
want to
So it's
taste it. I want that haptic.
Oh, they're working
biggest
on. They're working on
challenges they
smells, then they're working on
forecast-
taste.
The biggest challenges they forecast continue to be data privacy issues and regulation and taxes. We can't get away from taxes.
No.
Because XR crosses political and government boundaries, even web based laws are still catching up. Now is the time to create the value system, the rules, the frameworks, and the laws to support the immersive infrastructure, not harm or limit its economic growth.
Amen.
They also said that education for careers in the metaverse will be in great demand. We know that, of course, as more and
Mhm.
more healthcare workers, mechanics, manufacturing employees, emergency rescue, and other careers are moving fast into VR. We're eager to hear your thoughts on this in our discussion section. So get thinking about what you see as what can improve the metaverse next year.
Yes. Okay, everybody, just what you've all been waiting for. It's time for our Discord tip of the week.
Yay!
Discord is our back channel to communication tools used by Altspace VR and events and groups all across the You know what I was going to say there, don't you? The Altspace VR community.
Careful.
Oh,
Okay. Discord, we're out of control here. Kick us, Mark, in our button. Discord is handing out new features and functions left and right, but let's get down to the basics, okay? How do you convince someone to join your Discord server? Seriously.
Okay, you may laugh, but we hear this story every day. People don't want to learn something new. They feel overwhelmed by Discord and all the channels
Yeah.
and bells and whistles. It's a challenge when something that can do everything, including replacing video conferencing and social media apps, does everything. It can be overwhelming.
And I can attest to that because I really have to get into Discord just to do this.
Yes.
Wow. But having learned it in the last year, since I did the Halloween thing, that was my first time in Discord, it helps you and all of us who love Discord and wish to share its joy. Educators in VR will be announcing later this week Discord introductory training lessons. They will start with an hour intro into Altspace VR with signups. So sign up to attend a low-cost paid event in Discord to maximize your Discord skills. We'll be reporting the details this week.
Remember, if you have a Discord tip you would like to share with us, please let us know or share it on our news and updates Discord. Okay, we are on now to Altspace VR events. Have you noticed that the event calendar is filling up again in Altspace VR?
Mhm.
Just look at Laurel going crazy, and you'll know it's filling up. we don't have time to cover the more than 300 VR events here in Altspace VR this coming week, but here are a few highlights.
Now, first of all, and we do this also for Marcia, who has family in Florida, we'd like to highlight an event earlier today that offered a watch party for the tropical storm Ian that is expected to become a hurricane that is passing through the Gulf of Mexico and likely will hit Florida in a few days. Weather experts expect it to be a category 2 or 3. Now, we used to have hurricane watch parties, so to speak. This makes it sound like it was entertainment. It wasn't. In Altspace VR regularly. And we are so happy to have Anthony step up and host one. We want more. If there's a real world event that is important to you, let's stream and watch together in Altspace VR as a community. I miss those. Those were wonderful because they brought us together to suffer together, so to speak. So thank you, Anthony, for bringing that to us.
Yeah, it brings us together when we have family in so many places around the
Mhm.
world here in Altspace. Because our friends are our
Absolutely.
family here in Altspace.
Mhm.
The LGBTQ community and
LG.
friends meet.
Sorry, LGBTQ.
Now
You're supposed to catch
that's
those.
editing on the fly.
It is.
The
Yes.
LGBTQ and friends meetup is usually on Wednesdays, but they are meeting on Tuesday this week. This is one of the longest running events of its kind in the metaverse with a fantastic, loving, and supportive community. Check it out on Tuesday this week.
Yeah, speaking of editing on the fly, the two people in my entire life that I know that are the best multitaskers in my life are Laurel and Lance. Oh, I don't know how they do it, but
That's off topic. Okay.
yeah, the shaman. Well, it's because Martha said Martha.
I know, Marcia.
See,
There I go. I knew it was going to happen to me eventually. Marcia said editing on the spot, so that
Got
brought
it,
that up.
yeah.
Anyway, on to another event. So the Shamanic Sound Healing Explorations event is Wednesday, and it features Joanne Shavanti touring her sound healing temple. If you have not experienced this, you are missing out on a transformative experience in VR. Joanne's work on healing through sound vibration and frequency patterns is fascinating. Check it out on Wednesday.
Mhm. Telefonica Metaverse is hosting a Metaverse Day 2022 to discuss Web 3.0 and the emerging metaverse technology, including NFTs, cryptocurrencies, and the latest in the XR industry. So check that out on Thursday right here in Altspace.
And a shout out to our friend, Dr. Heartbeats, who's our favorite doctor and DJ and specialist in the health benefits of music and dancing, is presenting a workshop with educators in VR, XR medical, and healthcare team on music on the brain. She will
Wow.
discuss how, I know, it sounds awesome. She will
Mhm.
discuss how music can be truly healing and how she uses VR and music in her therapy. So definitely check that out on Thursday.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I always have music on the brain. Women IT Pros is back on Friday. If you aren't familiar with this group and you, okie doke,
Keep going.
I lost it.
Oh, I did.
Oh,
Oh,
you all right?
okay.
Okay, so if Women IT Pros is back on Friday. If you aren't familiar with the group and you're a woman working in the IT industry and need to check it out, this is a social networking and educational grassroots nonprofit that supports women in tech jobs that don't involve coding. After all, it takes more than programming experience to handle the operations, project management, human resources, marketing, writing, and all of the jobs that run the tech. So check that out on Friday.
Also on Friday is a Welcome to Supergirls talk show with Alexa 1616 and Tino to discuss being a superhero in VR by world building, designing, and introducing new people to the wonder of VR.
And next Saturday is another Saving the Survivors event with Shushu and Wildography and the team touring a national park in South Africa to bring attention to wildlife at risk and how we can change the situation. This is a really amazing interactive event with wildlife experts. Check it out.
I
And
get to say that I'm a part of that with Shushu and
Oh.
Faye. We
What?
have a surprise at the end of that show.
Oh,
Yay.
can't wait to see that.
Again,
Mhm.
we wish we had time to bring attention to all the amazing events here in Altspace VR. Check them out on your calendars, on the website, and in world. And make sure you RSVP to mark an event as interested so you will be notified. Put it on your calendar, it pops up on your phone, comes right up in your email. So sign up for Altspace VR an hour in advance of the event.
So the notification will come an hour before the event. All right, Mark, it is time for. Oh, that was good timing.
Yay!
It's time for our discussion where you have a chance to have your say, share your news, your thoughts, your opinions, and let us know what you are doing here in the Altspace VR community.
As mentioned earlier in the show, world business leaders shared their thoughts on what they thought would be, could be, or will be improved in the metaverse in the next year. And we want to hear from you.
What aspects of hardware, software apps, or even features in Altspace VR would you expect to improve over the next year? What changes are you looking forward to? Change your thoughts, share your thoughts, exchange your thoughts, and have a shot. It's your turn to talk to us.
So hit the raise hand button in the lower right hand corner and to raise your hand so we can amplify your voice and hear what you have to say because we'd love to hear from you. What do you think needs to improve in this next year is going to happen in the metaverse?
Come on, you guys. We know you've got thoughts out there. We know you're excited about stuff.
Well, Karen, what are you excited about that's coming
Well,
or what do you just in the next year, not in the next 10, just in the next year?
in the next year, we pretty much covered it today. I want the full body tracking. I'm not
Mhm.
happy with my Quest 2 now. My strap broke. My Elite strap broke. I bought a new one with the battery, and now
Oh,
it's too heavy.
buggers.
I don't
Mhm.
know. And I bought the facial insert, which I like, but that also kind of adds to the weight. So I don't know. I'm kind of
Mhm.
interested in this new Pico, to be honest with you.
It's lovely.
But
The I got the insert that that Marsha has that, or
Uh-huh.
the strap that Marcia has that has the interchangeable battery on the back, and also I got the fan for the face.
Uh-huh.
It's
Cool.
still I have a little bit of a telescope feature where I'm looking. It separated me from the lenses a little bit, so I'm losing some of the view. But I'm
Uh-huh.
eager to have a lighter. Yeah, the Pico's really exciting for me because I'm eager to have something that's lighter and more
A
flexible.
lighter.
So we'll see.
Yes.
Yeah, Mike Porter from is on YouTube, who is the uh, rose tinted archer. He says he would like better integration and support of select 2D apps within social environments. So taking tools like, Discord is fantastic on its own, but that ability to bring in Discord messages and then live stream comments and so into AltSpace and reply back. Now, Verbella and Microsoft have already started doing this with Teams, but I'll tell you, Mike, this is already available for the virtual desktop app, as well as there is Discord integration. And so that is already available. It has been available for years. Using the virtual desktop, you can integrate Discord quite easily. And but I really love what he says: independently interactive web pages in VR. Yes, more work needs to be done
Ooh.
to bring the web into VR, so with more interactivity. I agree completely on that. How about the rest of you?
Mhm.
Any comments? Thoughts?
Raise your hand.
Come on, you guys. I know
I've got
you're
a
looking forward
laundry
to
list.
things.
Come
Yeah.
on, I know you have a laundry list. I
Somebody out there
want
must have something they
MREs
wish
to
for.
be easier. I want MREs to be easier. I want bringing Unity in. I don't want to. I really am tired of going through the Unity, the AltSpace uploader. I want to come direct to Unity to AltSpace. I want that streamlined somehow. That process
Mhm.
streamlined. And Blender. I want to make it easy to bring Blender in, so I don't have to go through Unity.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be
yes.
lovely?
Oh,
So
Yes.
yes. It sure
you
would.
know, and I have one of the big things that I really, 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 really want, which is probably a little more advanced than most people, but this is a two-parter want. One, I want AltSpace to make the export to calendar allow me to drop down, select the calendar I want, and it just do it and not give me a
Oh,
file to
wow.
download. I hate downloading an ICS file and then having to try to import it. It's just time consuming waste of time when there are little JavaScript buttons that are all over the place that you can put on a website
Mhm.
and boom, it'll put it in the calendar you want. I also want an API for managing events, but that's a really high level want.
Mhm.
So I would love to, like when I post an event on AltSpace, I would like to have it automatically with just a Zapier or an if then that, use an API to update Google Calendar, to update on a spreadsheet, whatever I want it to, send it to Airtable, whatever that integration is. I would love to have that, but that's a real high level ask. All right, we have somebody. So just to get the list going. All right, we have Lance. You're up.
Hi, Lance.
Hey, Lance.
You can oh, he's probably locked up for a second.
Yeah.
When you want to unmute, go
Oh,
for it.
he's moving.
Yep. Nope.
No?
Okay, hang on.
Okay.
There it is. Okay, now try it.
Okay.
Now that
I hate that stupid lag
it's a
thing
bug.
that
Yeah.
yeah,
Want
oh,
that
I hate that
fixed?
so much. It almost crashed and that's the big thing right there. I want that to be fixed. When you go amplify and you think that
Mhm.
you're gonna crash out, usually I do, but that time I did
Mhm.
luckily. Uh so I guess the improvements for me would be more of the builder aspect for AltSpace VR. You know, that I with the improvements for that I really would like. The number one thing is undo and grouping. That would be nice. You
Mhm.
know, when you build
Yes.
something, group it together. That's why I like building more in Blender, is because you can group stuff together. You know, which is nice. So that's the big number one thing out there. Anything else, I really don't know when I try to put my mind to it.
No, that's
Maybe
brilliant.
the same avatar to go all over each and every app. That would be cool too.
Multiple
Mhm.
avatars. Multiple avatars. I still
Exactly.
want to save multiple
Exactly.
avatars. That
More
would be
clothings
beautiful.
for the alt space. I want to get more. And okay, so the number one thing I
Oh no,
really,
he's
really want.
unleashed.
I am. But the number one thing I really want, because usually I like to mess around with it, but I'd like to save outfits for alt space.
Mhm.
That would be
Yep.
nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep. That's
yes.
saving the avatars.
Absolutely.
I love
Oh
it.
yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Boomer, you're up.
Yeah, I think besides all the features that are sorely lacking, I think AltSpace client, both the in headset and also the website, just use
Mhm.
a serious usability review and improvement because managing long lists and searching for stuff just gets in the way of doing anything else.
Agree. Agree.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. And I understand why there is no world search and things like that in world because there are millions, and I am not underestimating this or exaggerating it. There are millions of worlds because for many years until
It's
not long
okay. Google
ago,
has millions of websites that they search through too.
not yeah, but let me finish. It's yeah, Google has a gigantic server and database that supplies that information for you. In
Well,
AltSpace, that data isn't searched on the server side. It'd be also searched in your headset. It would just bog down your headset because until recently, everyone who came into AltSpace had a world created with them for them. They didn't may not have ever touched it, may not have ever known it, but that's millions of useless dead worlds, and those get indexed and searched as well. So we're talking about a huge database thing. I know there's ways to do that, but that's something that has been an issue of bringing it into the headset through the UI. And I would
sounds
love
like an
to have that
excuse
cleaned
for a
up.
feature I still want.
Yes, no, I agree. I want it. I absolutely want it. But until they deal with all these dead worlds and clean up that database, and or find a way to host it on the server side rather than the user side, that's going to be a big ask. But boy, do I want it. I have wanted it for years. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and but cleaning up the interface, amen to that. And make it more
Yes.
accessible, amen to that. Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah,
I want it
I
when you
agree.
load up your kit and you put 2 or 3 objects in your world and then you go back and you want to put something else. It's got to load the whole darn kit back up again.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
hate that.
Yep, that's the joy of the kits and things doing those things. And I have so many things I would like for AltSpace, but this is, I guess, the one thing that I would want. Oh, we got one more person. We'll take
Oh,
one more
okay.
person, Darren, and then we've got to wrap it up. Hey,
Okay.
Darren.
I guess you can hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was just thinking that since you're on the subject of interfaces, I've used Rec Room a lot, and they have a watch. You just press a button on the watch, your menu comes
Mhm.
up. Right
Right.
now, everybody has a menu all times. You can't get rid of the menu.
Oh
And
no.
I was talking to Grenade Head a couple days ago. He says, yeah, the interface needs to be changed because uh, also that would be looking forward to where you can have one interface, not
Hmm.
here's a button with this interface, or here's a window here. Oh wait, no, you have to look at this window here first because it opened another window, and then no, there's another third window or something like that. That you have to go through
Yeah.
all these windows and close each time, as opposed to
Mhm.
one window and you sort back and forth to it rather than opening multiple windows. And maybe it's because it's Windows. I don't know. That's
Well,
Microsoft
no, it's
because you have
well
windows
for
everywhere.
Roblox, yeah, for Rec Room, yeah, but that's one thing I do like about the AltSpace interface is that you don't have all this window spawning going on.
Well,
Everything's
no,
in
no,
one, but I like that.
no, you do have a lot of in Rec Room.
And
Yes, you do.
no, in yeah, but in AltSpace we don't, and that part I like.
I
So good on that.
I don't know.
But
I
also
have to
in
contend something against that because if I open a window for world building, I open another world for I mean another window. My main window's open. The main menu's open. Now I have the world builder world opening, and inside of a menu over there. But my other main menu is still there, so I contend with that. And then if you open up a picture, now you're opening a different picture of I don't know. There seems to be more windows opening than just one window at a
well,
time. I mean,
yeah, 98% of the people in AltSpace don't build worlds, so having their menu and their I don't, I rarely will open my I'll close one before I close the other, but I'm used to the interface. But yeah, but in some platforms they do have multiple you'll just keep spawning multiple windows as you go through the menu. And so that's cool. Engage also has a watch. But they do have a menu. It's called a tablet in Engage for 2D users. and to allow more extensive work in viewing photos and things that are not available on the watch. But the watch is a really cool idea
Mhm.
for VR users.
Yeah.
Very, very cool idea. So I like
I
that.
like the
Beautiful.
toy.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Thank
That'd be
you.
that'd
Thank
be
you.
a good advantage.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I love it. Now, so as we start to wrap this up, I have one thing that I want to see in the next year, and I think this is important to all of us. I want to see less meanness. I want to see less violence, less
Mhm.
aggression, less meanness in general, and I'm hoping that it takes all of us. You know, it takes an entire community to make that happen and to make people feel accepted and wanted and a part of this instead of feeling like they have to come in and be mean to get attention. So that would be my request going forward. All right. Wow, I can't believe it's the end of the show. That was a fast one. So
It
thank you
was.
all. Yeah, for this week's news and updates. Thank you for joining us every week here and for celebrating 4 years. Geez, over 4 years of news and
Wow.
updates.
We
Unbelievable.
do this for you every Saturday to help you be a better informed community. We have some fun events coming soon, so keep an eye out on our Discord and in our news and updates channel here in Altspace VR for updates.
If you would like to join the news and updates team, please let us know after the show. I did once. Look at me. This is your show as much as ours, and we'd love you to be a part of it. I've done it, survived, I think, and now it's your turn to join the fun. But it is a blast, and I love these gals up here. And Mark, give it up for them. They are fabulous.
Yes,
Thank
right
you,
back
Marcia.
at you, Marcia.
Yeah. We live stream the news onto YouTube and Twitch every week, and you can catch up with past episodes and more about Altspace VR events, projects, news, and community activities, as well as our news and updates Discord. This is truly a labor of love. And as Marcia said, we absolutely love our volunteer team members who help us gather the news as reporters and moderators and help us put the show together every week. I also want to remind you that we have our brand new outro that will be up on the screen in just a moment. That and we want to thank Mike, who's the rose tinted archer, and Mark and everyone who helped to make that possible for our music and our video show. So make sure you stick around for a bit to keep an eye on this.
We do this for you for free. We are not Altspace VR employees. Our team works hard each week to gather the news and information to help our community keep up with everything going on here in Altspace VR.
And thank you again to everyone, to you, the audience, to all of our volunteers for making this a success.
Did you tell them that we live stream the news to YouTube and
yes,
Twitch?
I just did. Yes, I just
Okay,
did.
good.
Yep.
Thank
Karen,
you.
take us out.
Okay, thank you to everybody, to all of our friends and community members who have been suffering this week with weather, politics, and life in general. We're here with you. Stand tough, stand up, and most of all, in these most uncertain times, please, please be safe wherever you are in the world.
Yay. Thank you all. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you, Karen. We
Thank
love
you,
Thank you,
Lorraine.
Karen. Thank you,
Thank you,
Laurel. Thank you, Mar. Thank you,
Everybody for being
everyone.
here. Thank you.
This is